It's day 4 of our 12 days of Christmas, where we're making small Christmas ornaments to go on a small tree. I hope you have one, and it's all about the beads. And today is about large baubles, butterflies, and roses.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers.
As I said in the opening, this is day 4 of my 12 days of Christmas. So there's already 3 other videos out there for you to see. And I'll always link one at the end of this video. And today is baubles, butterflies, and roses. Oh my! I've been busy making ornaments. How's it going for you? Have you made any from my other videos yet? I sure hope so. And some of my ornaments, some can be made into earrings, but today, well, they're pretty big baubles. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to make some large bead ornaments. These particular ornaments probably do not lend themselves to be earrings, like some of my other videos, my other ornaments that I've made that could be an ornament or earrings. But, you know, we need some large beads. And the bracelet I'm wearing today is from my stackable memory wire bracelets, where I made one to go with every outfit. I just have one on today, but sometimes I stack them. What do we have in here? We have some large purple beads. We have some large pink beads, fairly large. I think that's the largest one in here. When I bring home vintage jewelry, I often take it apart and just bag it by color. That's what I do. So I've got a blue. Let's see what I have in here. Oh, these are cool. It's a light pink, pastel pink with a silver lining. Again, these came from a vintage necklace of some kind. Well, that one's kind of a rondelle shape. Interesting. I don't even remember what I have because I've packed these away so long ago. And we have an assortment here. And we're going to need some bead caps. So I've got this bowl here with a variety of bead caps in it, some large bead caps. This is a really good use of large bead caps. In fact, come to think of it, I only really have one style of large. So it looks like it's going to be those, and I'm going to need to get a few more. I thought we'd take a look at the size of some of these beads. The smallest one I have is almost 16 millimeter. The largest one is about 21 millimeters. So this is a project for your large beads, about 20 millimeter. If you don't have any large beads, run to your favorite thrift store. I go to my AmVets. I go to the pet thrift stores, you know, the fundraiser pet stores, and Restore. Our Restore has vintage jewelry a little bit. Our Restore has everything, including clothing these days. So take a look at pre-owned jewelry. Maybe you have some jewelry in your jewelry box that you don't wear anymore. Maybe you have some large beads around. But that's what this video is about. And in addition to the beads, you'll need some charms. I've got some butterflies. I started to call this Butterfly Wishes, but then I decided I would add some roses too. So find yourself some charms, some little dangles. Those are about not quite a ½ inch, I think. These are a little smaller. So large beads, the largest bead caps you have, some charms, some head pins. Now with the head pins, mine are only 2 inches. Whoops. I guess I should have known that was going to happen. It might work, or we might need to make our own head pins or have 3-inch head pins on hand. Obviously, all of these larger beads also have larger holes, and the head pin is going to go right through, I think, yeah, every single one of them. That's okay. So I've got some round beads. I have some spacers. I bet this 3 millimeter round bead also will slip right through these. No, it might. It's going to go right through that. Yeah, I could see that. But we can use the larger one here. Just make sure your bead of choice doesn't fall off the end of your head pin. You don't want that. Which one do we start with? How about this purple? It's just plastic. It's faceted. Looks like a little beehive pattern. It's imperfect, but it's absolutely perfect for a Christmas ornament. I'm going to try some of my smaller bead caps first. I think that'll work. It doesn't fit the curvature extremely well, but it's an ornament, not an earring. Let's try this other one. That fits a little bit better. So let's just go ahead and put the second one on like that. I hope you can see how pretty that is. And we could finish it off just with a bead. Ah, you know what I forgot? Back up. We need head pins that are eye pins. And mine are very, very short. I need to see if I have some longer ones. Well now, all of my eye pins are short. That's okay. We can make our own. We just need some wire. And we are going to use some craft wire. It's pretty inexpensive. If I can't find the Doris brand, which I don't think I'll find it online for my affiliate links, I'll find whatever I can. It's a 20 gauge craft wire. And under the video, you'll see it where it says more. And that's where it drops open a box where you can see all my links for my supplies, my displays, my tools, everything that I can possibly think of is under there, including this little wire straightener. Simple little tool, but it works. You just lay it out like that, put your wire in the middle, and straighten. Let's go ahead, forget the head pins, set those aside. I want to make sure I have enough, so let's just start with 2 inches before I go too far. I don't want to cut a bunch of them and then have them be too long or too short. I don't want to waste my wire. I'm pretty conservative that way. So I've got 2.5 inches of wire, and I need to put a small loop in the bottom. Just bent it back a little bit and closed it up. So now I have my own eye pin. Okay, let's get started. We're going to add a 4mm bead, just because. Just because I want to. No special reason. You get to add whatever you have. Isn't that pretty for a plastic bead? And we can stop right there, or we could add other beads and other colors on top of this. We pretty much do whatever we want. Well, we can. What is this bead in my bowl? That's pretty. I was going to make these just very simple like that, but I'm thinking now about embellishing a little more. I like this, so I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to just rest it on my table, put my thumb at the top of my top bead, bend that at a right angle, trim it down to about 1/4 of an inch. You can mark your tool if you want to, and then get to the very end of it and pull towards and roll back and make your loop. If you need to straighten it out a little bit, go for it. How pretty is that? But we want to add a little butterfly here. And I think I want some little crystals with that butterfly. And I really just need a small head pin, but I often just buy the 2-inch because that's what I work with the most. I'm going to try to do this without a round bead at the bottom. I've got a little tiny Bead Cone bead here. This is probably a 4mm. Add the butterfly and another crystal. As long as the crystal isn't going to fall off and it's not going to get a lot of wear, I think I'll be just fine with that butterfly here. I'm going to carefully bend this at the top. I don't want to break my crystal. I'm going to take this down to about 1/4 of an inch. Make my loop. And we're going to attach that to the bottom. I have my chain nose pliers. These are a very thin needle nose. They are smooth. There's no teeth on these. I don't use any tools with teeth on them. It would just damage everything. Just opening this up with my needle nose pliers. They're pointy, they're smooth, no teeth or anything on these. I started to put this on the wrong side, then I realized it, and I'm like, no, it goes at the bottom. I've got the small bead at the top. And here we go. And I think this is absolutely too long for an earring. You may not think so, but it makes for a beautiful Christmas ornament. We're going to make some more, and then before this video is over, I'm going to take you over and show you what these look like on my little white Christmas tree. Let's make some more. I think the 2.5 inches worked out pretty good. So I'm going to cut another 2.5. I could prep all of these at once, but It's not hard to make. Make a loop in the end. We have an eye pin. Let's use one of these big bead caps. And let's see if my head pin will hold it. Yes, it will, my eye pin. Oh my gosh, we did a purple one. Let's do this blue. See how this fits. That fits pretty good. Add another one on top. Do we want to stop here? You know what? I do want a bead at the bottom. And it's going to be one of these. I have a small round bead. I think it's a 4mm. The bead cap, the vintage blue plastic bead with all these little squares on it. I don't know if you can really see the pattern. It's really cool. And we could just finish it just like this. Now this one I went taller with, and it's beautiful, but we don't have to do that. So maybe on this one I won't. Maybe this one I'll just finish it off just like it is. Right angle. And then let's make our dangle. Get some more little crystals here. This is for another ornament project, so I just need these little crystals that I stuck in here. Crystal, Bead Cone. Let's do the butterfly again. And instead of a clear crystal, you most certainly can use any color that you want and have contrast, like contrast to the blue. Going with the clear. And look how beautiful that is. Isn't that cute? Butterfly wishes. What are you wishing for Christmas? I'll set that over here. And I think we need to use a rose on the next one. What do you think? Is it time for a rose? Put one of these larger beads on the bottom. Just make sure it won't fall off your head pin. How about this really large fuchsia? I mean, that's really big. I think I need the largest bead cap that I have. I've had these large bead caps for a long time, and I honestly didn't know what to do with them. What did I forget to do? I forgot to make. I should have prepped these. Should have done it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I was making 2.5 inches. And let's go ahead and make a loop in the bottom.
Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light while we're dancing around.
Now let's do this again. Round bead, large bead cap, vintage hot pink bead with glitter. Bead cap. Again, I could embellish it even more, but well, should I? I found a couple of little rondelles.
Dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs.
You know, my videos are all about inspiring you to go through your bead stash, what you have on hand, what you can find to work with, and do your own version or variation of what I'm doing. This is not a channel that says, here's exactly how I did it, and this is exactly what you need. Sometimes I can do that. Sometimes I can provide links. Sometimes I'm able to give instructions like that, but sometimes it's just inspiration for you to be inspired to do your own version of it. I like that. I like these little crystals. All right, let's bend this. But when I can, I provide links. I can't always do that, but I try. If you're enjoying this video, I sure do appreciate a thumbs up, and be sure to comment. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. And keep watching. There's more. Add a little rose. We'll need a little jump ring for that, like a little 6mm jump ring. How do we open a jump ring? I say push back, pull forward. this way, not that way. This is a two-sided rose. In one of my videos I said it was only one-sided, but it is actually two-sided. And I should have my other pair of flat nose here. Beautiful colors. I know I keep saying that. They're so beautiful. And I'd apologize, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry that they're pretty. I'm not sorry for that at all. Check these out. Wow. Those are going to look gorgeous on my white tree. We've got a few more here that we can try, and then I'll show them all to you. Which one? I think this one is pretty cool. It's got the silver lining. They don't have to have a charm at the bottom, but since I do like the charms, I'm going to go ahead and cut some more wire and make some more eye pins, 2.5 inches each. I'll put it on fast speed. We'll move it fast. I found the aqua one. It's like the blue, only it's aqua, or not quite teal, aqua green. Again, just a vintage plastic bead. Let's make the loop at the bottom. Pull back on it a little bit and close it up. There's our eye pin. I thought I pulled out some gold beads here somewhere. Let's go with some contrast on this one. Get back over here. I'm using the same really large bead cap. And another gold round bead. Do I want to put anything else on top? I still have some of these other colors. It's a little bit lighter. Maybe I'll do the blue on top because I have a butterfly that I made earlier when I was playing around that has blue on the bottom. It's not quite the same shade. So let's try that. Let's do a little contrast with this one. Let's put the blue on top and then the gold bead. It's always fine to mix your metals. In fact, I actually like that look a lot. And that butterfly, let's just open this up sideways, add it to the bottom, and close it up. And we have another beautiful, beautiful little ornament. Well, it's not quite so little, it's a pretty good size, but beautiful ornament for our tree. So this is what we have so far. Done more with the butterfly than the rose. This is what we have. Well, these two are similar, but different. I still want to make at least one with this bead and one with this light pink. I don't know, I kind of like that one too. All right, we're not going to use these in this video, but we will see about those. It's kind of hard to stop, if you know what I mean, because they're fun. They're fun and they're pretty. And I want to see what these will look like, even though they all look like they're the same color right now. We're going to keep with our little charm dangle, so I'm going to make a loop in here, make our eye pin. And can we use any of these other bead caps that I have? I don't know. I'll try another one. I think I need to put a bead on here first. See, they're kind of flat. They're not really cupped, you know, like you think of a bead cap. So I haven't used this one yet. I think it's going to be okay. Do I want to put another bead on top? Black? No, I don't like it. It's not purple. I do like purple and pink together. It's just a really pastel pink. Or do we want a pink bead? I think we need pink. I have a vintage pink bead right here. This is for another project. It's starting to look like a little snowman. No, I don't want it to look like a snowman or a snow lady. How about something really different? I have some pink cat's eye beads that are a donut shape, kind of flat and cylinder. Why not? Why not? Let's add the rose to this one. Well, that's completely different from all the rest, isn't it now? And I like it because it's different. This one is a large plastic or acrylic, you could call it, rondelle, again from a vintage necklace. I say vintage, it could be a vintage to a modern, fashion jewelry. It's hard to say now because it's so long ago that I took them apart. Going forward, I'm pretty much taking the jewelry apart in front of you instead of on my own. In fact, I have a fairly large haul video from a church rummage sale that I need to show you. I'll probably get that to you before the year is out. It's a two-part haul. I've already released one video, and I have another box of jewelry to show you. These are kind of flat, and I think because this is a rondelle shape, I think we can get by with a flatter bead cap. Where's the other half to it? Oh, there it is. Do I want to add anything else to this? What can we add to it? What's our options? Maybe we will just do this. We'll use this little cone. What happens when you have a lot of things you can work with? It's a good problem to have. Let's do this. And we'll still put a charm at the bottom. Which one? You can use a head pin for this and a tiny crystal. Appreciate the great response that I've been having to my videos, and I'm going to make a few more before the year is out here in 2024, and then I'm going to have a New Year's video for you where I'm going to share my 2024 Avante Jewelry New Year's resolutions. Yes, I have written resolutions. I wrote them today, in fact, and today happens to be the day before Thanksgiving. It just kind of came to me. So I wrote it down. What do you think? I like it. Do you like it? Oh gosh, it's such a pastel pink. I haven't used this one. I have 6 made so far with large beads. I haven't used this one. I already cut a head pin. Come to think of it, I don't think it's as vibrant as the rest, so back into the bag it goes for another project another day. But don't go anywhere because I'm going to take you over and show you what they look like on my little white tree, because I think they'll look completely different than how they're laying here. Oh, we do need some hangers, and if you've missed any of my other videos, you know I make very simple hangers for these because these videos are not about the hangers. Someday I might do a video about making fancy little Christmas hangers, the hooks, but this video is about the ornament itself. So I've been keeping my hangers a little bit simple, quite simple. But I have shown several different ways in the other videos. I need 1.5. 1.5 will work. Okay, I'm going to cut 6 of these real quick.
And later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside.
I have 6 pieces of wire. That's 1.5 inches long, and I'm just going to use these bail pliers, line this up flush, roll that all the way around. That's what it looks like. And then reverse the direction. Again, line it up and roll it all around. I'm just using the same small part, and I'm just simply making a little S hook.
We all heard before.
If these hooks were more visible on the tree, I would make them prettier and fancier, and I've shown different styles in the other videos, but for this video, I'm just showing you I have these little S hooks. You can close one end up all the way if you want. That's completely up to you. And you can just take your round nose pliers and close it up. And you can use a pen to wrap around too, a pen or a pencil if you want to. This is about the ornament, because honestly you can't even see these hooks hardly on my tree. Butterflies or roses, which is your favorite? And do you have a favorite color when you decorate your tree? Be sure to leave a comment and let everyone know. Let's go over and see how these look on my little white tree. And do you have a white tree or a green tree or a silver tree? What color tree do you have that you're making your ornaments for? What is the next video? It will be day number 5 of my 12 days of Christmas ornaments. And I'll have one linked at the end here in case you missed it. Could these be earrings? Oh, a little large, just a little. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Jewelry, and I'll see you in the next video.